This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for November 8, 2022. Wishing for everybody a wonderful day. Now in the news this morning, Westmoreland man gunned down in front of family. A construction worker was shot dead in front of his girlfriend and 8-year-old stepson along the Bath Main Road in Westmoreland on Monday afternoon. The deceased man has been identified as 31-year-old Carl Brown, a construction worker of Top Bath District, Savannah Lamar, and the townhead Frome in the parish. Reports from the Westmoreland police are that about 12:45 p.m., Brown was driving a gray Nissan Wing Road motor car accompanied by his girlfriend, another adult, and an 8-year-old child when a Toyota Axio drove in front of them and blocked their path. The report said the passenger of the white Toyota Axio alighted from the vehicle and opened gunfire at the now deceased. Upon seeing what was happening, the male passenger of the Wing Road ran. However, he was chased by a lone gunman who opened fire at him. The man managed to elude the gunman and escaped in a cane field. When the shooting subsided, Brown was found in the car suffering from gunshot wounds to his upper body. Brown was transported to the Savannah Lamar Hospital by residents, where he was pronounced dead. Investigations are ongoing, the police said. Kingston businessman gunned down in Hanover. A 38-year-old businessman from Kingston 20 was shot dead Monday morning in Lucy, Hanover. He has been identified as Anthony Parkinson. Reports from the police are that shortly after 10 a.m., Parkinson was walking on the Lucy Main Road towards a seawall when he was reportedly ambushed by a man armed with a firearm. After being shot in his upper body, Parkinson ran onto the compound of a nearby service station where he collapsed. He was rushed to the Noel Holmes Hospital in the parish where he was pronounced dead. The shooter reportedly escaped on a motorcycle. The police said investigations are at an early stage and they are hoping that a breakthrough will be made soon. Driver warned for prosecution following deadly Melrose Hill crash. The driver of a minibus involved in last Friday's deadly crash, which claimed 3 lives on the Melrose Hill bypass in Manchester, has been warned for prosecution by the police. The man, who police sources say remains hospitalized, was reportedly the driver of a Hyundai H1 minibus transporting 7 people when it collided with a taxi on the Melrose Hill bypass. The collision resulted in the death of 19-year-old Mona Ann Forbes and the 2 men whose identities have not yet been released by the police. Forbes and the 2 men were passengers in the taxi. Police report that about 11 a.m. the taxi, a Toyota Wish motor car, was traveling up Melrose Hill bypass towards Mandeville when the collision occurred with a Hyundai H1 minibus going in the opposite direction. A reliable source told the news that the minibus was transporting workers of a company contracted to do blasting on the U.S. $188 million Maypent-Williamsfield leg of Highway 2000. The workers were reportedly conducting a post-blast survey in the area. In May, traffic changes were made to the Melrose Hill bypass, which is being incorporated into the highway project to accommodate only westbound traffic. Eastbound traffic was diverted to the old Melrose Hill Road. Thursday court date for cop and the 3 accused in murder for hire plot. A district constable and the 3 alleged hitmen implicated in a murder for hire plot which had targeted the 3 women in St. James are scheduled to appear in the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court on Thursday. It is reported that a green card holder who lives in the United States had paid the men $400,000 to execute the women. 3 of the accused were arrested and charged last December when the police, acting on information, intercepted a motor car in Kingston and thwarted the planned execution. When the matter was mentioned yesterday, only Adrian Graham and Chavoy Bailey were brought before the court, while Senior Parish Judge Lorian Cole Montague was informed that the police were unable to ascertain why the other 2 accused, District Constable Andre Wright and Cavan Green, were not taken to court. The clerk of the court further told the judge that since the matter was first mentioned, 1 or 2 of the accused had never been taken before the court. The judge, while noting that that was concerning, then queried where they were being kept, and on learning that it was at the Central Police Station, asked, "Isn't that where the prisoners are escaping?" She further noted that the police should ensure that there is some proper form of management taking place, as the prisoners ought to be taken to court on their court dates. The matter was subsequently rescheduled for Thursday for all of the accused to be present, while Graham and Bailey were further remanded. The police, acting on intelligence on December 23 of last year, went to a premises in Constant Springs, St. Andrew, with a search warrant where they found an assortment of guns and ammunition, including an American tactical hybrid rifle, along with 30 5.56 caliber rounds, and several police items such as ballistic vest, police uniform shirts and pants, and handcuffs. The police on the same day went to a fast food restaurant along Washington Boulevard in St. Andrew, where they intercepted a Toyota Yaris motor car with the district constable Bailey and Graham. The lawman was reportedly found in possession of a loaded Glock 26 pistol with 11 cartridges. It is alleged that Wright had told the police that it was a licensed firearm, but checks revealed that was not true. The police team also went to premises in Duhaney Park, also in St. Andrew, where they reportedly found items belonging to the Jamaica Defensive Force. Green was reportedly arrested at that location. All four accused were taken into custody and later charged with a conspiracy to murder. The police had seized Wright's phone, and an analysis of it reportedly revealed conversations between him and the contractor. At the time of the men's arrest, Bailey, who had reportedly given the police a false name, was allegedly on the run in relation to a 2017 murder. One of 6 persons of interest reports to Kingston Western Police. The Kingston Western Police is reporting that one of the 6 men listed as persons of interest in relation to a recent flare-up of violence within the division has surrendered to the police. He is Tajay Freeman, otherwise called Weng. Senior Superintendent Michael Phipps, head of the Kingston Western Police Division, disclosed that Mr. Freeman turned himself in on Friday, accompanied by his attorney. SSP Phipps said he is still in custody and is being interviewed by detectives. He urged the other 5 men whose names were listed to also turn themselves in. They are Lester Coke, Christopher Coke, also known as Titty Man, Ryan Bembridge, alias Little Blacks, Dwayne Grant or Billy, and a man known only as Reddy Reddy.
In respect to the persons named as persons of interest in matters being investigated by the Kingston Western Division, we have seen where Tajay Freeman, otherwise called Weng, he actually turned himself in with his attorney, and this was done on Friday, the 4th of November. He's been interviewed by the detectives and remains in custody at this time. We are still urging the others who were so named to turn themselves in. I would really like to reassure both the vendors and shoppers, also other persons who traverse that particular space, that the JCF, our JDF counterparts, we will be doing everything to ensure that we dominate the particular area. We will be doing this by going after the known violence producers, and we will have increased policing and other security operations within this market district. And this is in order to create the environment where the vendors, shoppers, and other persons can operate with greater security and in more comfort.
Correctional officers demand an update on public sector compensation review. Tension is growing between correctional officers and the Ministry of Finance over what the officers say is a delay in providing details about the public sector compensation review. The Jamaica Federation of Corrections, which represents the correctional officers, says it has written to the ministry on several occasions about the job score, which determines where correctional officers are placed. Arlington Turner, chairman of the Jamaica Federation of Corrections, said the ministry is yet to respond to the request for information it sent on September 30, October 10, and again on November 1. He said the approach taken by the Finance Ministry is causing serious anxiety among his members who are awaiting an update on the compensation review. Mr. Turner noted that a meeting is to be held next Monday with executive members of the union to determine the way forward for correctional officers.
What we had asked the ministry for is a detailed description of our job score to determine the bands where the correctional officers are placed. From we had asked for this document, we have not received a reply from the ministry. We have asked for this document on September 30th, October 10th, and the 1st of November. To date, we have received no reply from the ministry. This is causing us serious anxiety on the ground because our officers need to know what is happening in relation to the compensation review on behalf of correctional officers. We were expecting a response from September 30th when we sent the first document. To date, we have not received a response. We are meeting as an executive of the union to treat with this issue. So whatever it is that is decided within such an executive meeting next Monday, then we will treat with this going forward.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.